to forgive me because I'm used to having a cartoon or a slide or a puppet or a prompt or something. So anyway, my name's Kevin Greer, and I work with a group called the Beehive Design Collective. And I personally have been in Maine since '97, and the Beehive has been here in Machias, helping fix up the Grange Hall and doing other kinds of community work since about 2001. And so one thing, I've got a bunch of different little things I want to say, but one thing about the Beehive that we don't necessarily say, but is kind of a big part of our story, is that beehives in nature are mostly girl worker bees, and our group has always been either all women or at least 80% women, and not by design. We've never set out to be a group of all women. It's just the nature of what we're doing. And so anyway, so the adventure that I've been on as a young woman trying to figure out how to realize my dreams brought me to Maine in '97. And a big, huge part of how I found this place is my biggest allergy in life is I'm allergic to competitiveness for some reason. And so that's a big way that I navigate through space, is trying to figure out where to go, where I can be myself, and work in community with people and have that be a huge part of the story. And so the things that I'm attracted to mostly in life are integrity and potential, and I like pushing boulders uphill. I like things that are really difficult. I have some Sisyphus thing going on. And so that's what brought me to Washington County, I'm pretty sure. And one of the things that I very much am attracted as far as where to be in the world. I get uncomfortable being in places that are cool or shiny on the surface. I like the game of scratching around and finding all the stories and the infinite wealth that is once you dig around and have an adventure meeting people. And so I think that's what attracted me to here. And what instantly unfolded once we got here was who knew, because it doesn't get touted, but that everywhere you go, a lot of the go-getters, the people really making stuff happen here and the people nurturing this place are women. And it's just absolutely incredible. It's like, I got to go to the Washington County Leadership Institute this winter, and we went through this big list. It was one of the exercises together of 100 things that are whatever desirable qualities in a place, and one of them was the one that everyone decided together was one of the big features of this county was all the women who were making stuff happen behind the scenes. And there's a group called MightyWomen that it is hundreds of women who are making stuff happen around here, and it just blows my mind continually, just as the Beehive doesn't have to necessarily say it's all girls, like that's what's making stuff go behind the scenes in a lot of places. And so that's what I'm quite sure is part of the phenomenon of how we were able to take root here and figure out how to have a mutualistically beneficial situation of us being useful to this community. Is we had so many women everywhere we turned, having our back and hooking us up with other people who would understand what we're trying to do. And that's really what helped us get comfortable with being here, and I think a huge reason that I can imagine staying, because that's just such a treat of being here. And so also, what, if it's useful to say, like part of what has made me figure out how to not have my fundraising and paying the bills, money be so far away anymore, and why I've wanted to be here more year round, is because it's become incredibly clear to me that that this place has such an amazing wealth of having the eldest stock of buildings in the country and also having some of the eldest stock of people, and that those things so many generations deep, that this pocket of Maine, of coastal Maine, has so many indigenous Downeasters that connect those buildings and those stories and the people, that has a timeline to it, and that a lot of those things, a lot of those buildings, if they don't get love in the next 10 years, are gone, and a lot of folks who have really incredible stories and values that go back really deep and far. Like I want as much of that as I can get before it's not here, and so that's what spurred me to like join the Historical Society and get involved and join the Rotary Club and get to have as much face time as I can with people. And so I would say that if there was a request of the governor for how to honor that very special situation that we have here, I would say that it's really, really important that there are not blanket ideas that get also slapped onto this place. Everywhere in the world has a different story, but there are really brilliant, observant people, many of them of which are women, who are paying attention to what this place needs, and those people need to be listened to. And that might take some slowing down, that might take some exceptions in the way that policy gets doled out to like actually sit down and listen to people. But I'm quite sure after being here for not very long that people here know what they need, and it's not a good situation to have ideas be shoved down their throats. And that's it. Thank you.